Welcome to the second episode of Fire Science by a Campfire. This time we are looking at how to get the right amount of air into a fire. Air is needed in every fire for two purposes. First of all, to take the gaseous fuel off the wood and transport it into the burning zone. And second, to provide oxygen into the burning zone to allow all that gaseous fuel to burn in a clean and good way to provide heat. I built this mini stove in the backyard to allow us to manipulate the amount of air a bit. So the first way to control air here is to add some bricks to limit the airflow and direct it. So now we created a bit of a chamber here which limits the amount of air. The only way for air to get in there is through the embers here, so the air is hotter here, it will burn cleaner. And the second way is to add a chimney. A chimney works by creating a draft, transporting the hot gases up. So the higher the chimney, stronger the draft, and the hotter the chimney, the stronger the draft. It's based on the temperature difference and the height difference between the outside air and the inside of the chimney. This creates a bit of a problem when working with fires because fires start cold and start building heat pretty fast. So indoors in a fireplace, you start with a chimney of maybe 60 degrees Celsius. And then when everything gets up and running, you have a chimney of 200 degrees Celsius, which creates a lot more draft, therefore cooling it and lowering efficiency. The way to work around it, for example in a masonry stove, is to adjust the damper, increase drag. So to balance the draft with extra drag, or close the damper a bit, then you adjust the primary air and then you adjust the secondary air to provide just the right amount of air to the fire to burn all that wood in a controlled, nice and clean way. Another way to control the fire is to install a draft regulator. It has a counterweight, and when the pressure difference between the indoor and inside of the chimney goes too high, it will allow some outside air into the chimney, therefore reducing the pressure difference. The way we can do that in a campfire is by creating a small chimney in the back and by adjusting the amount of drag created by the firewoods. I'll show you how. So here's one good and reliable way to control the air in an outdoor fire, is to have a fire back. So this is a classical Rumford style fire back with triangular opens to the side. It has a chimney effect by that fire back, but also a smaller chimney effect created by that log back there, which lifts the wood off the ground and enables air to get underneath it. And another good thing about this kind of a triangular fire is that there's very low drag here, so the air has good access into the firewood and you can control the rate of burn pretty easily. If we would have a really windy situation, a wind coming from over there, we can just create a bit of drag by blocking the air with some firewood to control it. So chimney effect, drag, the same principles whether it's a masonry stove, a wood boiler or a campfire. Next we'll start looking at fuel and fuel size. See you then.